Hello everybody, it's Walter, your favorite historian, educator, professor, and social studies extraordinaire, here today to educate you and teach you a little about the U.S. Senate's election process. More specifically, understanding American government electing the U.S. Senate. The United States Senate is, of course, the upper house of the United States Congress, consisting of 100 U.S. senators elected by the people of the 50 United States. Each state has 2 senators. Senators are elected to 6-year renewable terms, and those terms among the U.S. Senate are staggered. By that I mean, unlike the House of Representatives where the entire body goes up for re-election every 2 years, the Senate is divided into 3 separate classes: Class 1, Class 2, and Class 3. Each of those classes goes up for re-election for their 6-year term every 2 years. In that way, only 1/3 of the body is up for re-election every 2 years in an election cycle. So, for example, in 2024, every senator who was elected in 2018, Class 1, will go up for re-election. In 2026, Class 2, every senator who was elected in 2020 will go up for re-election. And finally, Class 3, in 2028, every senator who was elected in 2022 will go up for re-election. And then the process just repeats itself. So that takes us back to square one. In 2030, Class 1 will be up for re-election again, as they were re-elected in 2024. All right, and so forth and so on. And the framers designed the Senate to be that way so that, unlike the House, which could be changed every 2 years and, is seen largely as the body of Congress to reflect the popular will of the day, the Senate was designed to be the bastion of stability in the American government. A continuing body, a body that was always going to have members there, unlike the House, whose membership can entirely change every 2nd year, okay? And the Senate presents a stark contrast from the House and the presidency, as the president can be replaced every 4 years. Every single member of the House of Representatives every 2 years, all right? But every 2 years, only 1/3 of the Senate can be replaced. That's about between 33 and 35 senators out of a 100-member body, okay? And the framers also designed it that way to help ensure accountability with the Senate. As they had longer terms, it would be less, ability for them to duck and dodge unpopular legislation and assume responsibility for how they voted on it, whether in the affirmative or the negative, okay? So the Senate has that unique role of being seen as a more mature and sophisticated and deliberative body that was more conservative and cautious and considerate of legislation, and not necessarily reflective of the passions of the day, unlike the House, okay? And so that, ladies and gentlemen, is why the U.S. Senate has staggered terms, all right? And thus you can only replace 1/3 of the body every 2 years. Hopefully I explained this in a manner that was understandable, and if not, leave your questions down below and I'll be happy to answer them. Thanks for watching my video, and I hope from it you understand just a little more about how the U.S. government works. Take care, stay safe out there, and I'll talk to you at the next one. Professor Shelton